Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another podcast featuring Justin Rulin and Austin's Life. That is my screen name up on YouTube. I go under a fake name because of some identity problems. But, anyways, let's get started with a podcast. So, Justin, what do you want to talk about?
Well, let's talk about this whole uh, this whole YouTube controversy first with all this Article 13 copyright stuff. That's the biggest topic on YouTube right now. It's way bigger than the adpocalypse and
Or the PewDiePie versus KSI, or not KSI, PewDiePie versus T Series. Sorry, PewDiePie. I'm sorry, T Series. Well, T Series, you're from India, and we kind of don't care.
yeah.
And you're going to be affected by Article 13 whether you like it or not. And so are you, PewDiePie. Don't think you can slide. But Justin pointed out here that PewDiePie may actually be spared by Article 13 since he's so popular.
Yeah, because PewDiePie, we all know he's the number one YouTuber. He makes YouTube they're the most revenue out of from any content creator, and it just got me thinking. Because if you think about it, when Logan Paul did that video in the Suicide Forest, YouTube brought his channel. They brought his channel back. What, a week later?
Yeah.
And if anybody else were to do that, they'd be gone. So, PewDiePie and Logan Paul being as big as they are, it seems to me like YouTube kind of plays favorites towards them
Yep.
in a
And
way.
then the poor little old guys like me, Justin Rowland, KB Flash, and a lot of other users, thousands of users on the platform are they try to do content and YouTube has to be the jerk. Like what happened to my Christmas broadcast. That was unnecessary, but well, that was because someone's jealous and they trash and a lot of people, and Justin pointed out this way, a lot of people trash my stuff.
They do, and it's all jealousy because they know that they can't put out as good content as you. Look, I know I can't put out as good content as you, but I am satisfied with the content that I put out. And
And so as everyone else should be satisfied because like I do, I go visit y'all's channels at what, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I was commenting on Abby's channel at Abby Technology World, as she named herself now, but I was commenting on her channel at 4:45 in the morning. And excuse the blower fan in the background because well, I have heating problems in my RV. But anyways, we don't need to know, we no one needs to know about that right now.
yeah, but it's this whole thing is scary, especially for us small channels, because um a lot of channels have a European audience, and that's how we were watching a video. I probably shouldn't say his name,
Well,
from
I
a
shared it
YouTube.
on the community tab anyways.
Okay, well, we were watching a video from Zone of Tech earlier, who is from the UK, and I think he said about like I think he said like 97% of his audience is
No,
European.
he said his audience like 20 to 30% are from the European Union.
Yeah, so that is pretty much half, more than half of the revenue that he gets. So if this goes into effect the way it sounds like it's going to, Zone of Tech's channel could be, with the stuff that he has going on with the Apple copyright thing that's on his channel, and now his channel could be done for.
Yeah, it could be history, and along with other channels like me reacting to PewDiePie, me reacting to whatever else on YouTube, my reactions may be done for, and that's why we're trying to do a special alternatives like the podcast. If you ever want to join the podcast, please send me an email at austinslife9@gmail.com, and we'll see if we can get you on the podcast. But there are rules and guidelines to the podcast. You cannot come on the podcast and hate against a certain individual or audience. You can't, act immature. You got to be mature, and you got to be like you're in a studios on like a real podcast. Like
Yep. So that means pretty much don't go off topic. Like don't immediately try to change the topic. If if we're talking about something specific, don't try to immediately switch topics.
Yeah, and like I do it through Skype. I do the Skype recording thing, and you like we have to have constant noise or constant talking because like the audience watching, it'll be boring and it'll turn real quiet and weird and it'll just be totally silent, and that's how it gets pretty dead, and it's kind of weird.
Really is, and that's because we want this podcast to be engaging. We want you to be um not only entertained, but maybe educated on stuff you didn't know. Maybe you'll see things differently than you did uh, before. So
Now, during the winter months, probably there'll be more podcasts than there will be during the summer months here in the United States because me and Justin both live in almost the same area, almost like same climate. But he's a little farther north, and he'll get winter before me. But like there'll be podcasts from time to time in the summer, probably not every month or every 2 weeks. But the podcasting, don't expect it to be every day or every week. We expect it every like 15 days to 60 days.
yep, we might do this between every 2 weeks or 3 months. We might spread it around. And hopefully at some point we can come up with a consistent schedule. Once we get this off the ground.
Yeah, once we get this off the ground and running, like how I just jumped in right after Justin, that's how a normal podcast should go. So, like I was just saying, and it like ugh, it's 3:30 in the morning, but like whenever we feel like recording a podcast and no one's around, we'll record one, and then it may take up to 5 days for me to edit and well, whatever. I mean, we could do just a fun podcast where we'll talk about random news around YouTube, random stuff. But this podcast is not designed to pick up drama from like, sorry, Keemstar, but from Drama Alert or nothing like that. We don't like to bring drama in here, but we'll talk about recent news around like KSI versus Edgy or anything. Like a podcast, YouTube podcasts and stuff, but it'll be uploaded on my main channel. That's why it's called Austin's Life still. And you can also check out my vlogging channel, Austin's Life Vlogs.
And also, speaking of the channels, one thing I forgot to mention is that this will be on both of our channels. Now, I'm kind of thinking about this because my channel is primarily a tech channel, so I was kind of thinking
Doing tech
maybe,
podcasts sometimes.
yeah, oh well, yeah, that, or I was going to create a separate channel for this podcast.
That too. That could be possible. I mean, if you want to. I mean, we can partner on that if you want to. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I don't have really a content ID or what the plan on the main channel. So I mean, I'll probably upload these. You know, podcasts. That's what will happen. I mean, if it's a technology podcast, it'll be uploaded probably to my technology channel.
Yeah, because we'll like we said, this podcast we'll try to come up with a good name because it's not going to be it's going to be a news related podcast, but it's not always going to be YouTube. There'll be
Or other stuff around the internet. It may be news about Android or news about Apple or news about Microsoft or how Mac OS is moving around or iOS or Windows or Android.
yep, and we'll probably discuss some accessibility aspects of those operating systems too. Like we'll talk about some improvements that were made or things that are not working right. We'll completely this is gonna be really good, folks. We're hoping, we really hope that this becomes a success and that you all are entertained by it because I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, we're hoping that this becomes, something successful. We fired it off with something cool. We try to, we rolled into other stuff. We're just rolling along. And like I just fired it off like that. I mean, normally me or Justin, depends on who starts speaking. If it's a Justin Technology podcast, Justin will fire it off and then I'll be the second one to speak. We'll have other speakers, the limit of on the podcast we haven't discussed that yet, but it's going to start off with between me and Justin, but sometimes we'll have guests on the podcast. They'll come around and we'll
Yeah,
name episodes. We'll be like podcast like it'll be called whatever this is, uh beginning podcast
Um,
episode.
yeah, I think. Go ahead first.
You go ahead.
I think as far as guest goes, I think the best idea for us right now is to start off with three people, and just me, Austin, and our guest, and
Whoever
we'll see how that
else
goes.
wants to join. And we might branch over to somewhere else if anyone's got any ideas, because I want to test out some other tools with see if we can do some like odd ends of recording. I mean, I don't know about Hangouts, but I know with Skype, on the other hand, I might turn this into a podcast Skype account. You know, instead of whatever. I mean, we'll have other people up here. We'll spice it up. I mean, we'll have music people like music lover. I don't want to put her in this, but you know, like her, if she wants to join, I mean, no blood, harm, shame. You can join. We'll talk about spice it up. It's like maybe one day we'll talk about like during the summer we'll talk more about summer podcasts, like and then fall podcasts, like Christmas podcasts, which it's Christmas this time. We just thought of this idea. We are not firing out Christmas podcasts this time, but we'll do it next year. And this is what we want to do for 2019.
Yep, and literally we just thought about this tonight. Like this was literally this is literally just we just started talking, and then all of a sudden we kind of just came together out of nowhere.
We were just talking about, like how people like to trash my content and how like rate me, but rate me with like 1 or 2 stars. But I got really good content. I dish my own money on. I shouldn't tell y'all this, but I dish $1,000 out for the channel to start it up. I dished $1,000 out for camera equipment, internet routers in here. I mean, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for what I had, we wouldn't have internet in this office here, and it cost me a good fortune, like $50 to get internet out here. Now it's wireless internet, so it still got its bugs, and uploads could be delayed. And if you want me to premiere the podcasts, if they're really, really a big, important podcast, then they'll be premiered. If not, they're going to be uploaded.
You know what I think we should do? If this gets really big, maybe one of us could live stream it too. One we could live stream one day if this gets really big.
Yeah, we'll just have to get a different device. Like I have the iPad over here. I'll probably get, them all. Probably all y'all will either be on the iPad or the iPhone. The iPhone's pretty loud. Give it credit. And that's what I'm on right now. And I'll probably stream it on the iPad, whatever, or the iPod Touch.
Yep, and maybe we'll take turns streaming it. Maybe one day I'll stream it, and then Austin will stream it.
Like we'll do Sunday podcast live if we want to. I mean, YouTube reaction Monday for my channel, Austin's Life, will still be there. It will still be there, but it will be every other week. It won't be boom 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 popping videos out. And during the summer months, I have another job that I have to do, so I won't be as active on YouTube. And I'm giving everyone the heads up that I won't be as active. So it'll be every other. It'll be like every 21 days a reaction, and then a
Yep,
podcast
and
every 15, probably 30 days.
yep, and also too, I may not be as active because I'm hoping that I'll be able to go back to work soon. So if that happens, we'll work around both of our schedules. But
We got life stuff going on, like we both have lives behind YouTube. According to people, we don't, but we do. I mean, people say I have no life. I truly have life. I'm working on stuff behind the scenes for other corporations and organizations, not just YouTube. I work 24/7, and like Justin has said before, I probably have the most stress out of my life. I probably have gotten the most stress, more stress than an average adult would in its lifetime.
and that's true. I mean, and you got it. And the thing is, I give Austin all the credit in the world to be as young as he is and to be able to just handle everything all the stress that he goes through. It's incredible. I think if I was going through this at 16 years old or any or younger.
Heck, even maybe 12 or 13, or even as high as the age of your age, 23.
Yeah, I would probably crack, and I'm a pretty strong person, but I think I would crack easily.
I've been through a lot in life, guys, and y'all don't really know that. I've been through family separations. I've been having, behind the scenes issues. Like just a few weeks ago, I had to call law enforcement in over because of some idiot decided to bomb threat my YouTube twice in the last week.
Yep, and then the same idiot, because we know who it is,
We
decided
don't
to
the podcast.
yep, he decided to send a Hangouts message because Austin asked him a simple question about the Christmas stream, and he decided he sent a message, basically threatening his life and his safety. So
My whole family agreed we dial 911 and get police involved. I mean, and the kid, if you're watching this, heck, we could have went farther. We could have got the FBI involved, or something bigger, way bigger. We only went as far as getting authorities involved. You know, bomb threatening someone is a serious situation. It doesn't matter if you're blind or sighted. It doesn't matter. It is a very serious situation because heck, all we know, like me and Justin, we could be sitting in our lovely couch or chair or wherever I'm sitting at. I'm sitting on the bench in my motorhome, but whatever. For heck, I know I'm out in the woods, and I'm not telling you where I live, but if a fan knows, they could climb up through the woods and sneak up on me, and I don't know that.
exactly.
Balance stuff, but you know, it's not out here in the office yet, which I'm probably gonna see if I can get surveillance out here, surveillance cameras, so I can see what's outside.
And this just gave me an idea for a future podcast. We should do a podcast dedicated to the dangers of the internet and try to educate younger people, because Austin and I have a lot of experience on the internet. We know.
Yeah, and I know,
And
and I way more than probably my buddy. He's just starting out on YouTube, and he's. I told him my whole YouTube story, behind the scenes, stuff I ain't gonna throw out on YouTube. But he went speechless. He went, "Holy cow!" And then literally, I think it probably upset him to the point where it hurt him. It hurt him in more ways than one. And he's got 4 subscribers, and I'm embarrassed and provoked and upset that I don't really want to show his channel here on the channel, is because of a certain individual that I'm worried that they'll threaten and take advantage over my buddy.
exactly. And so I think that's going to be a topic that we're gonna it's going to be it's going to be a long podcast because it's a very, very important topic.
Let's get it rolling. I mean, podcasts are starting, and this is probably going to be the hotline of the channel, podcasts, because I'm changing a lot of stuff up. Streaming will come back on March 1st, 2019. I don't know what day that is. Okay, Google. What day is March 1st, 2019?
The 1st of March 2019 falls on a Friday.
That falls on a Friday. If me and Justin both don't have nothing planned that Friday evening, we'll stream probably a podcast. We'll do a live podcast edition.
Yep, that could be episode 1.
I don't know.
We'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll start before then, but maybe
March 1st will be probably, if it starts off hot on January 1st, because it's going to be beginning of podcasts. If this starts off hot and keeps rolling, and then by March 1st, it rolls all the way to March 1st, and we have the live stream the way it is, and like this is getting maybe 50 to 100 views on my channel, and it's getting like 50 to 75 views on his channel. We'll roll over to a live stream. Like, he'll make an announcement on his channel probably the day before, saying that there'll be a live stream on Austin's channel, Austin's Life. We'll have a live podcast, and we'll do episode 1. We'll go in episodes. It'll be called Live Podcast, episode 1.
and I want to put this out there for my,
And I also want to point this out. If you steal my idea, I'm going to claim it. I'm going to claim it.
And actually, we can both claim it because we have rights to this.
This is our idea. You steal it without my permission. It is a copyright issue. It's a copyright ID issue. You know, it's like YouTube's got this new system now. It's called copyright IDs, where if you steal my video in any shape and form and I don't give you permission, I can go to your channel and flag that video and show to YouTube that I have a similar video that was uploaded previously, and YouTube will take it down. Seriously, it's called a copyright ID.
And
Live stream got flagged.
Yep. And well, actually, that was a copyright. What do they call that now? What's that called?
I think it's copyright ID.
No, it's a new name. Oh, I think it's a copyright. God, I can't think of it.
Gosh, I can't think of it either. Snap. And like podcasts here, they won't be filthy like other podcasts like KSI podcasts or whatever Keenstar is involved in. They won't have the F word or B word or any word. It's gonna be a family friendly, sweet podcast that we do.
Oh, I know what it was called. It's a copyright match.
There we go. Yeah, it's a copyright match. And they're penalizing channels for it now. I mean, I don't know about uploading, but I think it's like 14-day uploading if you upload it. But if you live stream it, yeah, you're going to be in some trouble. 90 days of no live streaming.
And I want to point this out for...
You can't revoke it either.
Nope. There's no appeal. There's no link to appeal it. But I want to point this out to my subscribers who are not part of Austin's channel, who have been here before I came into this community. This is not a complete change to my channel. My channel is still going to be what you know it to be. I'm still going to do tech on my channel. This is just going to be, I guess you could call it bonus content.
Yep. Yeah, you can call it bonus content because, you can't just focus on one thing, a tech channel. You got to occasionally upload a podcast. Now, he might not upload every episode. It will probably come out. I'll tell him, I'll give him a title, or he could take his own title from it. I mean, I'll probably have my own. And this is probably going to be 2019 edition podcast.
And and obviously the
no, it'll be called in 2019.
And obviously, the tech portions of this podcast, obviously they will be, of course, those will be on my channel straight away. I will upload that right away to my channel because that's what my channel's about. So the tech portions will go up right away.
Like we'll name them. We'll name them like if it's a lifestyle podcast, we'll name the first lifestyle podcast episode 1, and I'll have playlists dedicated to the podcasts.
Yep, and I'll also create playlists too. So we'll both have playlists on our channels.
Like it'll be called either it'll be called what if it's a tech podcast, it'll be called the playlist will be called Tech Podcasts. We're launching a big network in 2019, and hopefully it works. We want it to work. We want we want something cool for y'all to watch.
And the one big tip that a lot of big YouTubers give to smaller people like us is collab. That's what will help you grow. That's what will really help you grow is if you collab with people.
Now, if you watch my, I don't mean to cut Justin off, but if you watch my podcasts on my channel, and maybe one day you see a podcast come out and Justin's not in it, that could mean A, he's not available, or B, he couldn't make it and I have a substitute fall in. I do have someone for backup.
Or it could be the other way around. One day Austin might not be available, so I would host a podcast and I would bring someone else on my channel.
I could be with the flu and I text Justin on iMessage saying, "Hey, I have the flu. I can't be available. You host this week's podcast," and I'll tell him what he can pick. He can pick. He does the Skype group. Add me to it, and I'll snag the video and still upload it for y'all, even though I'm sick.
Exactly. So this is going to be big, guys. This is going to be really big, and
something new in 2019, and we wanted to do something. We had to get a certain individual out of our lives now, and sorry you left. I mean, if this person, if anyone shares this to this person, sorry you left. Sorry you're not around anymore now that we launched this new network. But you snooze, you lose. You leave me, you snooze, and you lose on it.
exactly.
I mean, we could have a podcast once in a blue moon, like once every 6 months, where we'll goof around. If it's a holiday or something, we'll have a goof around podcast. Fun podcast.
Yep, it probably won't even be a podcast. We'll just live stream. We'll just live stream and have fun.
Either live stream or make a video. It doesn't matter. Like they say, either you want a fast upload or a quality content, long duration, and then it'll be uploaded. I just thought about this, Justin. We could make a podcast over like 3 days. We can make a nice little long 3-hour podcast if we ever want to, and we can upload it, to both of our channels. And like I'll probably edit it all together, or you can.
Well, I'm not really too good with editing, but what if
Sure.
like
I mean, we could share Google Docs together, or Google Drive together, a folder.
oh yeah, and then you could give me the edited file to put on my channel.
Yep. We got it. We got it all. If anyone wants to help out, you can contact austinslife9@gmail.com. Justin will be notified about emails regarding his shift on the stuff. I mean, I do copy and paste. I'll be copying and pasting an email with regards to him. If you ever want to contact me, that email is always active. You can always view it. You can also send a message on Hangouts to it.
Yep.
On Hangouts if you ever needed to directly talk to him. I do have a connection with him, and if he wants to, he can talk to you.
Yep. Or you could even send me an email too if you'd like at justin.ruland12@gmail.com. That's always an option too. You can either email me or send a message on Hangouts. Either will be fine.
I didn't know he was fine with leaking out that email, but okay. But anyways, you got both of our emails. We throw them out there. Don't spam us and don't death threat us. Like seriously.
Yep. And if we see any of that, your message will be immediately deleted, and you will be
So your message will be flagged and forward to our local sheriffs.
Yeah, we'll deal with you accordingly. So
according to law, and we won't respond to it. We'll just pretend like we didn't respond. And if you send us any fishy links or phishing links for our IPs and stuff, my email system is monitored by high security. So even if you try hacking me, good luck.
And another thing too, you guys could do, if there's topics that you want us to talk about, we could take suggestions too from the listeners. That's something we could also do.
Yep, like leave comments down below in the comment section on Justin's channel or my channel. I always reply to comments. General hours are between 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 1:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll generally reply to comments way quicker than normal, and unless like summertime Eastern Daylight Time, 5:00 p.m. through 1 a.m. Now, sometimes in the summer, I will be off for a week. I don't know what week that will be. I'll let y'all know in the podcast when I'll be gone. But I will be gone for a week, taking a week off for vacation.
And here's another thing too. If me and Austin can, if Austin takes off and I'm not available to do a podcast, I will do a video on my channel. Quick video.
And where I go away. I literally fall off the face of the internet for a week. I'll come up and reply to comments if I have service. But where I go, I only get one bar in 4G. I don't even get LTE. So I go out in the boondocks and I go and have fun.
So maybe that week we shouldn't record, we shouldn't do it, and then that week you're gone, because then it'd be kind of hard if you don't have a lot of internet to.
I mean, if you're gonna video, we'll make a quick little briefing video saying, hey, we'll be out for vacation. Like that week that I take off, you can take off. We'll both share our own vacation, and then we'll have the scheduled video to go out maybe in the middle of the week.
Yeah, perfect.
We'll work it out, guys. We're handy dandy. We know how to work stuff out.
I'm very excited about this. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope this really blows up and becomes something special. I'm very excited.
Yep, and I am too. So everyone, get excited, get ready. I know Skype does not have the best quality, and I know you're probably thinking, what are you filming on? I am filming through the Skype call recorder, which that is a feature in Skype. If you don't have a Skype account, I don't put a link to my Skype account down in the description because of certain reasons. I don't need random people harassing me. If you send me an email being serious about joining, you got to go through some verification before you can join my Skype, because I only accept trustees on this Skype account because it's been through a lot of stuff.
Now, what I will do is, for my contact information for Hangouts, I will leave my Hangouts in my descriptions of my videos. I'm probably gonna update my channel and add sections in my channel at some point, because I don't have sections right now, but I'm gonna do that.
Yep. So I told Justin how to do that. And he'll have sections for 2019. We'll have sections, and we'll make it all. We're making a new network.
Well, actually,
You
I already.
you already knew how to do it.
Yeah, but anyway.
Anywho, well, even if you know how to do it, good. But anyways, get excited, get ready, and if this ain't gonna be out on Christmas Day, it'll be out on New Year's. But Happy New Year's, everyone!